PayPal is no longer a momentum story. The real question now is whether this reset has finally reached a range where institutions can begin rebuilding a new campaign. I'm Brent with Trade Therapy. Welcome back to the Trading Couch. This week in Clarity, we spotlighted PayPal. And what we were watching was when a former support shelf fails, then the edge shifts from buying weakness blindly to waiting for institutions to show up and prove that they're willing to defend the next campaign. Yeah, you need to see a bottoming process beginning. And a lot of traders get trapped right here. They see a stock that looks all washed out. They see a sharp bounce. They assume the bottom's in, but in these deep corrective phases, they don't become investable just because price looks cheap. They become investable when the chart shows real transfer, real support, real rebuilding type behavior. Before we get into the charts, a quick disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only. It's not investment advice. Trading involves risk, including the risk of loss. Always trade according to your own plan. Do your own due diligence and trade according to your own risk tolerance. Full disclosure, we are long PayPal. For this setup, we're going to start with the 3-month chart for the highest time frame, just to get a feel for where the campaign's at. Then we'll look at the monthly to see if there's a confluence of a change in behavior that we're able to detect. And then we'll look in the weekly to see if that behavior is taking shape. And then the daily, finally, to see if there's really a fork in the road developing. Have we really reached an area that institutions are showing that they're willing to defend? And that's really what jumps out at this quarterly chart. We can see that PayPal has come all the way back down to its original IPO base. This is the original IPO, and the tops of these wicks right here are right at the same level that the bottom of this wick came in at right here. So you can see this is a wave one of the highest time frame impulsive structure. This is wave two. This is why, again, wave two has such a bad reputation, because wave two typically does come all the way back down and take out almost all of the profit from the initial impulsive wave. And that's really what we have seen develop with PayPal here. It's really a major statement that the stock has pulled all the way back to this level that shows that institutions now, you see the volume stepping in, you see that kind of change, at least the early stages of changes in behavior. You see the long lower wick here at the previous base after IPO. It could be that the same institutions that really liked PayPal at these prices back in 2016 like it at these prices in 2026, 10 years later. That's what it looks like. This is a lot of volume stepping in here. So we'll take a look at a monthly to just get in a little bit closer. We do see the monthly gives us a really good view of this Wall Street volume coming in at the recent earnings miss right here. You see this multi-year ABC corrective wave come down here and form what appears to be the bottoming of wave two. After a big, strong, impulsive move, PayPal has been in this corrective pattern for some time. Price diverging from momentum indicators over a long period of time. If we do see this change in behavior that appears to be taking shape here on the monthly, if we see that translate down into the lower time frames and see further evidence that there may be a bottom forming here, we may be getting in and joining at a key time when PayPal possibly is preparing to start up into its next markup campaign. The Elliott Wave count looks like a mature C leg has developed. The higher time frame wave two, the termination zone right around in here, volume expanding into that decline. All of these things point to that corrective phase getting to the point where demand greater than supply looks like it's taking over. It looks like sellers are getting exhausted and demand is beginning to take control. That's often what happens late in the correction. The chart looks really ugly, but what's actually happening underneath the hood is that the same quality of damage that certain volume levels did previously are not having the same impact. Demand stepping in, this long wick developing on the lower end of the monthly. If we jump over and take a look at the weekly, we'll see further evidence of that demand coming in here at the low. This looks like a very mature C leg down. C legs are typically the elevator drop leg of a corrective structure. You see the volume coming in, all-time volumes coming in as price got down into this post IPO base right in here. All indications are from the weekly chart. If we look at an annotated weekly here, all indications are that we are very late in this corrective wave development. It looks like we could be catching the bottom of wave 2 here. It will see if this develops into a typical Wyckoff or institutional accumulation phase right here. If we do see a secondary test back up here and test this low, if we do, then we'll be watching the development of a potential liquidity draw into this range, only then to come back down and set another low with a Wyckoff spring. A lot going on here. We'll just have to see, how it goes. This volume is very promising. The climactic volume reaction off of this all-time support line here is encouraging. But again, the initial reaction in these automatic reactions is really mechanical. Most of the time, we'll have to see how it develops when demand is tested here. We do expect to see as it goes up and gets into these falling moving averages, we do expect to see some back tests. And that's where we want to see the back tests hold the moving averages that have been retaken. We drill a look down to the lowest level into the daily here. We can see that in this institutional buying range, we see the development of the initial reaction from this straight drop down here, moving up into the gap and trying to fill the gap here. It looks like we may be seeing the first wave impulsive structure, possibly wave 1 forming here. That could be the wave B of the final leg down, going down to form the C leg here. So we'll just have to see how it develops. What's interesting about the daily time frame is we do see, even at the lowest levels here, the formation of what looks like it could be a bottoming pattern with a selling climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, and then a sweeping of the lows here at this end, potentially setting a spring right there. All very interesting, all very encouraging. That's why we moved in and took our long position. We always watch for volume to come in after climactic pullbacks like this. It looks like a classic long entry for the highest time frame, long horizon investors. Looks like PayPal did get into a potential opportunity range there. So that's where we're at. We're long PayPal. We'll keep updating throughout the year. Hope everybody enjoyed clarity this week. That's all the time we've got for PayPal today. We'll see you back here on the Trading Couch next week.